It's so vital, and it takes so much experience. You've got to know how to cold read the woman. That takes experience and be able to predict the next move. Reading the body language, how she's treating you personally and in a public way. The quality of the attention, the quality of the confirmation that you're getting. Here is where comparison is relevant compared to how she's reacting and the attention and the confirmation, physical and social, psychological, all three, that she's giving to your adversary, the taller, pretty boy. Better features, better proportions, and the big caveat, I'm sorry to be the one to say it, is the height. Can't get away from it. Can't get away from that. It seems to be pandemic. You've got to transmute. But you've got to be able to cold read that woman and predict her next move. Be ahead of her. One step ahead. That takes a lot of experience. It takes a lot of blooding in the arena. A lot of being bashed up bad. This is practical experience. Practice, practice, practice. What can I say? This is called walking through the jaws of hell over and over again till you get some hard bark on you, till you get some courage, till you squeeze out every ounce of passivity and timidity, till you're coming in wanting absolutely nothing, no entitlements, no fair play. He's coming in just for an experiment and trying to squeeze out of that experience a meaningful experience for yourself. Get something out of it for yourself. Recognizing and realizing we live our lives vicarious pretense. We live our lives with substitutes and surrogates. We live our lives knowing full well everybody's replaceable. We live our lives by inoculating ourselves systematically against codependency and becoming addicted to the presence of anybody. We inoculate ourselves and secure our security by being self-sufficient, self-reliant, self-starting. We inoculate ourselves and increase our safety and security by putting a lot of hard bark on our by not being embarrassable or sensitive, squeezing all that out. But most importantly, I keep reiterating it. This is your stranger talking. Becoming in tremendous physical shape, body and mind. Tough. With real earned resolve. Not pithy sayings. Not resolved by fear and admonishment, warnings and reminders. This will be a sorry guy if. We're trying to get him to show some courage by intimidating him or by scaring him. That doesn't work. Because sooner or later when the pressure hits, when hard resistance hits, and he's got to learn all of this in a hot crucible so it stays with him. Because when the hard resistance hits, no matter how much warning and how much admonishment, reminders, and intimidation talking into the man, badgering him to do the Dennis Prager good. It's not going to work. That's assuming that Dennis Prager good is the real good. It's not something it's not a theological hustle. It's not something of Mr. Dennis Prager's creation and fantasy that will not stand good for a good field test with all the pressures on. It may be true abstractly, Mr. Prager. Mr. Prager, it may be true what you say. I'm going to teach you how to be good after you've taken me on a full theological hustle and I thought I was talking philosophy. It doesn't stand up in the practical moment. And the only thing that really matters, you can't talk in general. You get an idea in general, particular. Only a particular man can act. Only a particular man feels pain. Only a particular man can go into the arena and face up to the most powerful pushback and resistances and come out fighting and end up standing on his feet. Only a particular man could do that, and that demands a powerful foundation. And I'm not talking about the Prager spiritual foundation at all. I'm not talking theology. I'm not talking sermon. I'm not talking the good in general. I'm not saying that I know the pathway and I have the template to tell you how to be good. I would be embarrassed to make a statement like that as a philosopher.